الجلسة الثالثة، التقنيات والتجارب العالمية المعززة للاستثمارات في الاقتصاد الأزرق. بيتسي ماثوني ناجاجي، صالح بن حمود الحسني، لويس لومبانا، كارل شلوي غلباور، لويس لو بورلوت، الربان عز الدين قاسم، أورخان فيدادي أوغلو مامادوف. مدير الجلسة المهندس سعيد بن عبد الله المندري.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, ladies and gentlemen. Very glad to close or wrap up the forum with talking about the technology part of the blue economy. Today, our panel is going to have a multinational experience into the technology and the impact of technology in the blue economy. I will introduce each of the panelists who is going to present for about 7 to 10 minutes. The first speaker today, Betsy Najajai, Undersecretary of Ministry of Mines, Blue Economy, Fisheries and Marine Affairs for Blue Economy in Republic of Kenya. Thank you very much for being with us, and please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting Kenya to participate in this forum, which is very important for us in the blue economy. I'm actually representing my principal secretary. My name is Lucy Obungu. She was unable to be here, and I hope I will do justice to this presentation as much as she would have expected to. I'm from Kenya, as I have already informed you. Okay. Under blue economy, Kenya has been concentrating so much on land-based, which is green economy, but now we are embarking on blue economy. We have the Vision 2030, which now has embraced the blue economy as one of the economic activities to develop Kenya into where to expect by the year 2030. And under the Kenya Kwanza bottom-up economic transformation agenda, blue economy has been taken very seriously because initially blue economy used to be part of a department, but in this current government, the blue economy is actually a whole state department for blue economy and fisheries. We hope by giving it that high level focus as a country, we'll be able to improve our blue economy to expected levels for the country. We have a lot of resources. We have the ocean, many rivers and water bodies. As you know, in Africa, we normally consider blue economy to include any blue space there is, and that is what Kenya is also looking into. Why do we have technology? Technology is very important because it enhances efficiency, it makes things work better, it reduces the cost. An example is, for example, the activities which require a lot of human touch. But if you use technology, then you reduce a lot of time wastage, and then we want to catch up with the rest of the world, which is technologically advanced. Again, if you use technology, the standards can be adhered to. We have a very high demand for aquatic foods, as I will tell you later, and we are looking at technology to improve that. And also, we do a lot of research and innovation in this area. Kenya is not very advanced in smart ports. However, we are trying our best to put in place technologically advanced systems to be able to reduce so much delays at our ports. So that kind of technology is being advanced. Also, we are putting up 2 ports to be able to improve our handling of fish products. We are doing that not just to process our own fish, but also to attract business into our ports. So we are trying to do a smart hub and a port which also handle other resources also for the export market. We are trying to improve our reefer charging ports, reefer points for charging containers, so that again that can attract investment into our ports. We want to have a good adoption of smart ports, and that is where we are going. As I've said, we are working towards it. We are not there yet. We are using a lot of technology to be able to monitor and for fisheries management. Of course, there is what everybody uses, the vessel monitoring system, the automated identification system. We are using also, we have a fisher app targeting our small-scale fishers. When you hear artisanal fishers in Kenya, they are really subsistence. But we're introducing that to them so that they can be able to report data and also to enhance their safety whenever they go for fishing. We are using that also to fight IUU, which is a problem in the whole world. What else is Kenya doing? Kenya is known for the blue carbon harvesting system. We have a big project, which is a pilot. It is called Mikoko Pamoja. It has been advanced so much such that the communities who are participating in this project are able now to earn money. And they earn about 4 to 5 million Kenya shillings, which comes back for mangrove restoration and other community projects, which are good for them. It's a way of motivating them to help us to conserve the environment. Kenya is developing a marine spatial plan for the EEZ. It's a very big task, but we hope we'll get there. Why are we doing this? We want to sustainably plan and manage our Indian Ocean resources, especially in the Kenyan EEZ. And we've seen a very success rate because we have also introduced spatial planning. We have a lake called Lake Victoria. It is a large lake in Kenya. And currently people are doing a lot of cage culture in this lake. And we have done a spatial plan to inform the placement of cages. And we also, this tool is supposed to help us to be able to make policy decisions. It is a web-based tool which everybody can just look at and use. We also have the Global Ocean Observer System, which is under our Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute. Aquaculture is very important. I heard from the earlier speakers when they talked about aquaculture development. Kenya knows we have a deficiency of fish, and for us to meet that gap, just as it applies globally, we are advancing aquaculture. We are using many technologies, but before that, we are trying to address our biggest challenge, which is the seed that is fingerlings for aquaculture production and also the feed. So our research institute is really working towards improving this. And even as a country, 2 hatcheries are being constructed, one for freshwater and another one for marine fish. We are good at freshwater aquaculture, but for marine fisheries aquaculture, we are currently trying to improve that. We are doing many technologies. For example, we are using aquaponics. Aquaponics is a... I'm sorry for that. Aquaponics, we are doing cage farming. We are using aquaparks where small-scale fishers have various ponds in one area which are managed together. It is good for economies of scales for them. We also are implementing recirculation aquaculture systems. And of course, I've said we are improving the breeding technologies. We are improving feed. We are trying to use homemade technologies like the black soldier fly. We hope this will improve the feed. Just as I've told you, this is a big challenge in Kenya. The cost of feed is very high. And this is under research, integrated multi-trophic aquaculture, where you can grow very many species of feed. You can mix fish, shellfish, and seaweed. This is at a pilot level, but we are hoping that it will be successful because it has been attracting a lot of visits, and people go there, including foreign tourists, to see what we are doing under this area. We are trying so much to stop using the normal electricity. We are using solar technologies for the deep freezers. All the landing sites which have infrastructure for fish handling are being improved to embrace the use of solar energy. This is all to take care of our environment. You know, climate change is a problem, and that is what we are trying to do. We are also trying to deploy deep sea technology in our vessels so that we can be able, again, just as I said earlier, for efficiency and reducing time. There is integrated ship recycling. There's a concept that has been developed to embrace this. Our sister department, which is Maritime and Shipping Department, is developing this. And also, this is an area where we have not done much, renewable energy integration. Kenya is looking towards that, and there are policies and also concepts being developed for the purpose of improving to this level. We value ocean literacy, and again, our institute, the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, has got an Ocean Teacher Academy. It is one which is serving the people in the Southwest Indian Ocean, and even recently they had a lot of people who graduated at certificate level from this. This is to enhance ocean literacy. Kenya is almost an ocean-blind country until the blue economy concept came, and there has been a lot of interest because of this kind of thing. And also, we are trying to have aquarium parks, which will also enhance interest in this area. We've realized in Kenya, just as in other countries, that for us to improve and enhance blue economy, there are many enablers that we require. We need sound policies and a good framework. We are developing a blue economy strategy. We have been revising our laws and regulations so that we can be able to advance blue economy. We are training people focusing on blue economy, not only in fisheries, but the whole scope of blue economy, which covers other areas like shipping and maritime, tourism, and what have you. Of course, behavior change has to be embraced. As I've said, being sea blind means, and water blind means, you do not see the blue spaces, you concentrate on land. But is that really possible? No. We have an opportunity in the sea. The sea is also land in Kenya in our constitution. So we are able to improve people's behavior to get there. Organization structures, just as I've told you, the government is improving its organization structure. And as I've told you, now we have a full-fledged state department for blue economy, and many other works are going on to that event to cover the whole value chain. Services and infrastructure, I think I've talked about that. I don't want to go back there. The political economy, of course, without a stable economy, without enabling environment, it is not possible for us to do this. And our government is really concentrating on that. I think you can remember that in the year 2018, we hosted the first Sustainable Blue Economy Conference, which really opened up our eyes to the importance of the blue economy. And you're also aware that 2 years ago, Kenya and Portugal hosted the Ocean Panel. Again, these are all areas of improving the blue economy. We are doing a lot of research. In fact, I've alluded to this a lot in my presentation. And then we need a lot of data. We have a problem with data, mostly in our side of the world, but we are improving this to be able to fill all the gaps and generate as much data as we can. To conclude my presentation, blue economy needs a holistic approach. We need technology. You cannot leave out the community. If you don't empower the community, then you're just wasting time. And then, of course, we have to take care of our environment. And then climate change is an issue. Let us do everything, remembering that also. And let's also be able to exploit our blue economy resources, remembering the Sustainable Development Goals. I wish to stop there for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very great initiatives in this regard. Just a follow-up questions. How much of localization in the technology of the blue economy are you focusing on?
We are focusing on all areas of blue economy. Currently, I've talked so much about aquatic fisheries because that is where I come from. But under maritime and shipping, under tourism, cruise shipping is one area we are focusing on. You'll realize in Kenya we don't have a lot of cruise ships. Yet if we can embrace that, we can enhance our tourism. We can have people moving from one port to the other, the north in Lamu, down to the other side. We're also looking at enhancing and tapping the ocean energy, the wind, for purposes of power generation. We do a bit of salt, and I think that's an area we are also looking at. But once our strategy is adopted, I believe we'll open up all the areas of blue economy.
Thank you very much. Our second panel speaker, Mr. Saleh Hamoud Al-Hsani. He's an advisor at the Chairman Office of the Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones. Mr. Saleh, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Very good afternoon. I'll try to make this presentation as short as possible, trying to solve the issue here with the clicker. مشكلة في الكليكر. All right, I think this is the slide that I'm searching for. In this short presentation today, I will be trying to cover the several key themes around OPAS. OPAS stands for Public Authority for Economic Zone and Free Zone. Now, on this, I think, we are focusing on the blue economy, therefore the advantage in fisheries, aquaculture, marine biotech, and shipping and tourism. So my presentation basically will cover these subjects. However, as you can see from the fact of numbers that I'm showing in the first presentation, the total so far investment committed in all the economic zone and free zone in Oman, it's around $19 billion, with a total of 2,200 square kilometers. Daqm by itself, it considered one of the largest economic zone in the Middle East and North Africa in terms of size. As you can see, we are trying to bring more of heavy industry, an anchor project. With that, I'll skip that one. But as you can see, as an authority, we are focusing on different economic, and free zone industrial state. Daqm, we are focusing on 6 pillars, where we are focusing on planning and development, regulation, facilitation, market attraction, and acceleration of business and organization excellence. So basically, our strategy is focusing in terms of authority as a regulator. We are focusing on this, important pillars. Nowadays, there are, strategy that OPA is focusing on continuous strive to implement its mission in developing the ideal business environment. And the value proposition, Daqm is a strategically location. It's outside Strait of Hormuz. Oman, of course, has very good international relation with the entire world. Therefore, we are really focusing and emphasizing on this kind of relation. Ease of doing business, and I think that's what investors is focusing on. And the previous, session, they have focused on the natural resources that is very important to the blue economy, and Daqm has, it's very rich in the Arabian Sea, especially when it comes to the fish and the abundance. Multimodal transportation system, as it was mentioned, Oman is connected, very well connected in terms of road, airports, and ports. We have 3 ports. We have Port of Daqm, Suhar Port, and Salalah. So all these 3 ports are connected, and it is integrated as well. On the fundamental pillars that we are focusing in OPAS, basically, we are focusing on the connectivity and the location, the availability of utilities in Daqm and the other free zone, and the quality of the infrastructure. There are, state-of-art infrastructure available in Daqm and another free zone. Skilled employment. Omanis are everywhere in Oman. You can find them working without any hesitation. So therefore, there is no any issue with any investor who is willing to bring investment into the economic zone and free zones, finding the young Omanis. The technology is, of course, very important in this part, and therefore, we will focus on this slide briefly on, the fishery and seafood processing, aquaculture, marine biotech, shipping, and marine coastal tourism. In the blue economy, so far, the value is 1.5 trillion, making the world 7th largest economy, supporting 31 million jobs, hopefully by 2030. This value could double to $3 trillion. And of course, الدقم strategically positioned to tap into this opportunity, especially in the fishery, tourism, and renewable energy. Why? الدقم is very rich in terms of, wind and sun. Therefore, الدقم is a destination in this regard. In this slide, we will focus on, the basically the value, which is the sorry, I think I skipped the. Okay. Global seafood demand is on the rise, as we all know that. With the population increase, 80 million people per year, I think the seafood consumption is growing by 1.5 annually. And this brings the challenges, as many oceans are overfished, as we may know. Nearly 10% of wild fish population are on the brink of collapse. Despite this, الدقم has the opportunity to lead in sustainable fishery and aquaculture, leveraging on the coastal resources. So I think it is very important to focus on that part, and I think الدقم is a destination. Al-Wusta is a leading region for fishery, accounting 34.1% of the total national fish in Oman in 2023. However, in Q1 2024 alone, we witnessed an increase that goes up to 54.9% increase. So الدقم strategically location to access processing facility like CIMAC, which is another company, in الدقم, and is it is built to success and also boosting the seafood export. This is the fact about CIMAC. CIMAC is a company already settled in الدقم and started 100 million cans of tuna fish to be exported, outside Oman. On the aquaculture part, we have transshipment hub in terms of port of الدقم. That is very important that we are, focusing on. And of course, الدقم port will play an important role to faster sailing time between الدقم and other countries. Of course, the global coastal tourism making also, it's growing an annual rate of 7.4. Oman aims to increase the tourism sector contribution to 10% on the GDP. So this is very important. By 2040, الدقم is perfectly positioned, and of course it will tap to this growth. On the final note, that which I really would like to emphasize, that the marine biotechnology market is projected to grow from 6.3 billion in 2023 to 13 billion by 2034. So I think الدقم coastal water, teeming with the marine, organism, provided significant potential for R&D. Therefore, I think الدقم is a destination, and I wish, the investors who are here to consider the opportunity, or to grab the opportunity that الدقم really has a potential. With this, I conclude my presentation.
Thank you very much,
for your
Mr.
attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saleh. Indeed, very big opportunity for investments, and I think the highlights which you have presented would make it very attractive for the investors to make it as a base. Our next speaker is from Spain, Mr. Luis Lumbaba. Mr. Luis Lombana is the founder and CEO of Fixtera from Spain, and we would love to hear from you the power of the ocean in the agriculture sector. So the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, attendees. Thank you very much, organizers, for inviting us. I would like to share with you how important, how linked it is, the blue economy with agriculture. Agriculture is not only a primary source of employment, but also it's a strategic source of, for any country. It's self-food. It's a very, very important industry, which is very much related to the ocean, not only because of what it can be taken from the ocean, but also on how it can affect negatively or positively the ocean. So my presentation today is going to be about seaweed-based fertilizers. That's the type of processes that we do. I'm the CEO of the company, and very happy to share these ideas with you today. So basically, the pillars of agriculture are increasing the crops, increasing the quality, and reducing the environmental effects. That's something that we have discussed many times today. Needless to go in more detail, but these are the main hurdles of agriculture. And here I can show you some of the challenges that farmers are facing, not only the increasing cost of fertilizers, which is indeed very significant, but also the soil deterioration, which is mostly leading to a crop yield decrease, to a poor agriculture. Well, we have demonstrated that with seaweed, we can significantly increase the performance of the crops. We can significantly increase the efficiency of the agriculture. And we are doing so by reducing the costs, by improving the quality of the crops, and by increasing the yield of the crops. We have developed a suite of biostimulants, so basically based on marine biotechnology, that are going to be improving the yield of the crops and reducing the use of conventional chemical fertilizers. So this combination, we understand that it is significantly empowering the efficiency of local agronomists and local farmers. Here's some of the benefits that seaweed can produce to them, can bring to the blue economy, and can bring to a country. Not only ocean restoration, but also very important, it's a renewable source of materials, of raw materials. Oman has extended line coast of sea, and we understand that it's an extraordinary source for bringing raw materials and active principles into the industry, into the agriculture. We have demonstrated, we have worked many times with the United Nations, specifically the United Nations Development Program, in which we have demonstrated the validity of our thesis in several countries, the latest ones being Morocco and Mexico, by means of empowering the agriculture by the use of these seaweed-based fertilizers and raw materials which can be obtained in almost any coastal area in the world, of course Oman being one of them. So we have three winning claims. Farmers are going to be winning, nature is going to be winning, and consumers are going to be winning by means of a more healthy food, a more sustainable environment. And as we like to say, a small adjustment on the sea, a small adjustment on anything related to ocean environment can really bring tremendous efforts. The sea is, or the oceans are having a great stress. We know this from many perspectives. So the benefit of the ocean is that it is very sensible to any positive effect This is what we try to bring with marine biotechnology, bring this combined effect of the seaweed and the agriculture in order to make us a more healthy food, sustainable system, and ocean sustainable systems. And as we like to say, well, more about the benefits for the economy, we can develop a clean new technology, we can reduce the risk of import of foreign fertilizers, the creation of high net worth employment, and foster sustainable farming practices. And finally, I would like to conclude our presentation with our phrase which brings the power of the ocean into your plants. Thank you very much for attending this presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lewis. Indeed, it's not the three winning only, not the farmers, nature, and consumers. The investors as well could be a very potential winning in this formula.
Absolutely. Most welcome to talk to me.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Mr. Lewis Bullut. Mr. Lewis, you already exist in Duqm, and you have already a partnership. And this is the investment which we've been talking about and the opportunity of the investment in this economy. Would you elaborate more on your existence in Duqm and how do you see this is going further in the future?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for your invitation. Yeah. Yes, there is a mistake on the presentation. It's not mine. It's my neighbor.
Feel free to stand if you like. It's not the presentation?
Can you change and send me my slides, or do we change?
Presentation number 4, please. This is yours, Andre?
No, Carlos. This does not work. Oh, does it work? Oh, it works. So I prefer to stand a little bit after sitting the whole day. And yeah, I'm from Austria. I'm from a company called Andritz. Andritz is the biggest technology company in Austria, and we have several of the things which were discussed today, what we could use maybe in future also in Oman. Our company, we are around a company close to $10 billion turnover. And we have 4 areas of business areas whereby we have pulp and paper. Let me look if the laser pointer does not work. Okay, we are in the pulp and paper industry, so we do produce the plants, the pulp plants, the paper plants, also biofuel boilers, for example, what we use for what we delivered recently to Japan quite a lot for waste burning, and maybe also wheat could be possible, I thought. And we also in the metals industry, many cars have some industry what we provided. We are the owners of Schuler. Schuler is the biggest company in the world and for car pressing. So because most of the parts of a car pressed, and this is also part of our industry, we do also metal plants, but we do the plants and not the production of metal. Hydropower, where I come closer then, and we have also an area called environmental and energy. We are around 30,000 people in 280 locations and in 80 countries. You see a little bit concentration in Europe where we come from, and also in North America and Canada. So we have some products that we could use here. What I just learned, we have the hydropower plants, what I will show a little later. Carbon capture technology, which is also was mentioned today in some discussions. Green hydrogen production, which is also coming field more and more globally, where we do the EPC for production of green hydrogen. plants for renewable fuel production, battery productions, or even textile recycling. These are not all technologies we have, but the major ones. There's just an example of a green hydrogen plant. These are modular plants, each 100 megawatt, roughly, as a 100 megawatt. And for example, the two recent projects was in Finland with 200 megawatt in the Salzgitter. Salzgitter is a steel plant, and they want to produce green steel with this green hydrogen. Green means it's produced by hydropower or solar or whatever. This is just a picture how such a module looks like in reality. And now I come to the hydropower plants, where I'm from. And we have all kinds of hydropower plants, from small ones. We start with small hydropower we call unit sizes below 30 megawatt. This is for us small. We have tidal power plants, so that I can show you later, which is maybe also something which could work here. We have tidal current plants, which also have several thousand, 3,000 kilometers of coast, I learned today, where we can use. And of course, run-of-river plants, low-head, high-head, and pump storage, which is at the moment really the booming thing, where I come a little closer, because with all the solar and wind in the nets, in the grids, you need a solution how to store it. The company, just a hydro company, is founded with Escher in Switzerland, more than 185 years experience. We have built more than 33,200 turbines, and they are installed, so this is around close to 500,000 megawatt. On the electrical side, we have experienced more than 135 years, and we have the complete range from the smallest ones start with 1 megawatt per unit up to 800 megawatt per unit, and also on the small side. So we take care on the ideas on the whole life cycle, so we can deliver from the penstock, which is the water inlet, to the outlet, all the electrical equipment, the turbines, the generators, and we also take care, we have a lot of digital systems developed to operate and maintain, especially for countries who have no experience with hydropower. This is something what could maybe support. We have also other products. I just put this picture on. Maybe, I don't know, if somebody from you have some yachts, because we have pitch propellers, which are high-tech. And this was when I worked on Hatta, which is in your neighbor country in Dubai, the first pump storage plant there. How to explain to people within desert area, how to explain what is hydro. But on the yachts, this is something, because these pitch propellers are used for the military and for the very expensive yachts. And this is something maybe some of you already has in use. And I heard today also And I heard today also you have maybe ocean current and so also for that we have solutions that we've built plants, for example, in Norway for ocean current. And in the middle of the picture, there's a picture of Shiva Tidal, which is the biggest tidal power plant globally, where we also delivered all the electrical equipment, where you really use the tide, store the water, and use it then when the water goes back. So next one. Newest products are also something which has to do with the energy change now, because what you need in the nets, and this is reactive power and inertia to handle the fluctuation of solar and wind. And one of these products is also the so-called the synchronous condensers, where we do the biggest units in the world. We have just got some 2 units, 300 MVR in Brazil, and are working on further ones. This is a design which a very high inertia moment, which really supports the grid. And now I come to this, which is at the moment really booming globally. This is pump storage power plants, where you can use this. When you see somewhere a person, how small this is here in the middle, then you have an idea about the dimensions here. This is where you really can pump up and pump up the water from one reservoir to a higher place, and from there you use it then for turbines. Why do we need pump storage? Pump storage is something what you need with all the solar. This is an example from Italy. You see here a peak, this was last July. You see the peak with 17,500 megawatt. And the yellow is the sun. You see the peak during the day, and then it goes down, and the green one is the wind. But then you have areas where you have very high production, and suddenly it goes down from 17,000, I don't know, 400 down to 200 megawatt only. So this is tremendous, and this you have to handle in the grids. So the more you go for blue energy, the more you go for solar and wind, the more you will face these issues, and this is and you need a solution to handle. And the easiest and the best technology-proven method is pump storage power plants. Doesn't work here. Oops. And the first photos, the pump storage power plants are the biggest storage possibilities, much bigger than batteries and much longer lifetime, but bigger investment in the beginning. And here you see some pictures. Here you see how this works. When the reservoir is full open there, then we work as a turbine. The water flows down into the lower reservoir, can also be a river or even the sea. And then you pump up, when you have excess energy, what we saw before with solar, then you pump up this and have potential energy where you can use later on then this energy. And with that you balance very environmental friendly the energy. Here are some pictures. Of course, this in the lower left is Austria, but the upper one, maybe this is very close to you. This is from Hatta. Oh, sorry. I talked too long. No, this was my reminder. This was my reminder. And right, there's a project in Australia, so I have to hurry up. Hybrid solutions is something which comes more and more. Here you see a picture that's in Australia. So you do not need always a lower reservoir in the upper one. So here we have two old gold mines, which are not no gold anymore. They are 400 meter deep. And there was water ingress. And here you use these two gold mines and pump up from one reservoir to the other one. You can also balance this. You see here the solar plants. This is really in the middle of nowhere, and also wind farms. And you do this in a connection. You do this together, and for that you can then to the city you can deliver constant energy, because you balance with the pump storage plant, which is as I said installed here in these two mines. You can balance, and you can make the transmission line smaller, and this is also a system which comes more and more globally. This is just there are two. You can have fixed speed units or variable speed units. Variable speed is the high-tech solution. What they have also in Hatta, in Dubai, and this brings me to my last slide. No, just on references. Also, another Arabic country is Morocco. There we build also, is also in operation already, as it goes now in operation in Abdul Momen. It's also an Arabic country. They also did this. And the last slide is here just. This is Hatta, because it's really in more or less your mountains, where your mountains, they do the Oman mountains when they flow over start. And yeah, there's also a film behind, but I cannot operate from here, sorry. There was a film a little when Mr. Altaya explained to Sheikh Al Maktoum the function of this. And these are 2 times 125 megawatt variable speed units. It was the first plant of this in the Arabic Peninsula. And you see on the left picture, you see left lower picture, you see what Dubai they planned 5 gigawatt of solar. And to balance part of it, they built this pump storage power plant, and that's also something what I could assume is something you have a lot of water, a lot of coast, a lot of mountains, a lot of wadis. So maybe there is something what you could invest. So thank you very much, and I'm happy that you invited me. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. Very good presentation for the use of technology when it comes to the blue economy. And that's very great examples you have demonstrated through the investments on this field. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Just as a basket of opportunities, but you can use different technologies, and I heard several here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Again, back to you, Louis. If the presentation is ready, please. Yes, this is your presentation, Louis. Louis, please feel free to stand if you like.
Thank you very much. I stand up also because I am far from the screen.
Yeah. Feel free.
I am from Lorient. We are partnership in the construction of the fishing harbor of Dukkum, and we are involved in this operation for about 5 years. Lorient is a fishing port with a very long history, for 5 centuries, and is the first ranking French port in terms of value of debarkment of fish. We are the second one in quantity. You can see that we are trading more than 100,000 tons of fish, and we are involved in the sustainable fishing. We are developing a fishing port of Dukkum in the Oman Vision 2040. The interest of Dukkum is the strategic location, and the opportunities is also to use the growing markets for international demand on fish and for exportation. We have a co-management approach with naturally Omanese companies, and we have created a company called Marsa Al Dukun Investment LLC. In this company, we are 3 partners: Asiad for 40%, FDO for 30%, and we are involved for 30% too. We are working very closely with OPAS, of course, because OPAS is an important operator in this project. We have signed a contract of 20 years to develop the management. It is an Azafric agreement to develop and the management of this port. This project is with engagement towards sustainability on 3 topics: economic, of course, social also, and environmental. We are interested in the modernization of the fleet. The government has launched some project to modernize the fleet. I show you here some boats with hull from the North Atlantic, but all the companies and the boat builders in France are working yet on boats with hull adapted for Indian Ocean, and France is also interested in this use of the new hull, because we are still in the south of the Indian Ocean, in La Réunion. We are working, and we intend to transfer our knowledge in all the materials for building boats: fiberglass, steel, aluminum. What we try to do is to find partners and to create joint venture to aim to realize this kind of contact and the development of the fleet in the modern conception. We are also working with many companies. I have here a company called Le Dresden in innovative fishing gears. This company is able to realize tuna purse seine nets, sardine nets, and other materials. They are developing all those performance with IFREMER. IFREMER is an institute of research on the materials in west of France and working all over the world. I show you here what they are doing. They are working on the fish stock management with biotechnology, observation of sales, and observation of catches at sea for the fish in order to maintain and to protect the ocean, to exploit the resource in responsibility. I show you here the different implementation all over the world, and you see that we are in the south of the Indian Ocean in La Réunion. We are also working in Lorient or increasing value of products, and we intend to have a representation as soon as possible in Docum. We have a technical innovation center called IDEMER, like IDEA C, for the valorization of food products and co-products, the development of biotechnologies, and research and development partner. You can see here some example of products able to be developed. Marine collagen from fish cartilage, promarine from cat shark heads, and peptides from bluefish co-products. And IDEMER is also working in the conditioning of the products to packaging. In packaging, I show you also an example of a company looking also for partnership with Oman, and particularly in Dukum, with agri-food industry, but also sailing technicals. Oops, sorry. You can see here filleting chain. Here I am showing different part of sailing boats. As well as Lorient is an important fishing harbor, it's also called the Sailing Valley, and Oman Sail was in training during many years in Lorient, and you see here some part of competitive boats. To close with the circular economy, I show you a company which is working on initiative bioplastic compounds and monofilaments. It's in order to limit plastic pollution in the ocean. This company is Seabird, and this company is realizing all these materials in order to limit the pollution of ocean, as well as nets, fishing nets, crates, boxes, and packaging. Thank you very much.
Very much, Louis. Thank you very much for your presentation, and I think we value a lot your partnership with the Duqm, Asiad, and FTO. I think this partnership represents the value of the blue economy and how important the investment in this economy towards achieving the national objectives. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Orkhan Mamadov from Azerbaijan. Orkhan is the chairman of the management board of the Small and Medium Business Development Agency of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Orkhan, we would learn from your presentation the importance of this economy in developing the small and medium business. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear guests, dear colleagues. I will address you from here, so to be sure everybody will hear and understand. I'm representing Azerbaijan SME Development Agency. We, of course, firstly, SME Development Agency, and we are about to promote a business-friendly environment in our country. Established in the year 2017, we support innovation, access to markets, international business cooperation through various initiatives like, firstly, SME houses, SME development centers, and SME Friends Network, which this institutes provides resources and advisory services to entrepreneurs across our country. Today, I will discuss how the blue economy offers unique opportunities for SMEs, particularly in the Caspian Sea Bay, and how our agency is empowering entrepreneurs in this emerging sector. The blue economy refers to the sustainable use of marine and coastal resources to promote economic growth and preserve ecosystems. In Caspian Sea region, balancing economic activities with environmental protection, of course, is crucial. And for SMEs, the blue economy opens new opportunity in sectors like fisheries, renewable energy, tourism, and of course, logistics. The decrease of fish stocks in the Caspian Sea, such as Caspian sturgeon, also present a challenge. However, SMEs can play a key role in promoting sustainable fisheries and agriculture, farmers, a sector which is expected to grow by 5% annually. And by developing fish farms, SMEs can help meet both local and international demand, generating jobs while reducing pressure on wild stocks. To support this growth, our agency, COBEA, offers assistance through training, market access opportunities, domestic market research, some financial support, and by encouraging sustainable practices in this very important sector. The transition to renewable energy in the Caspian region, particularly offshore wind, present vast opportunities. SMEs can engage in installation, maintenance, and also component manufacturing for renewable projects, which is also important. We provide innovation grants, facilitate R&D partnerships, and recently signed an MOU with Saudi Aquapower to support SMEs in the green energy transition.
The Caspian Sea biodiversity and cultural heritage make it deal for, firstly, ecotourism, which is growing at 20% annually. SMEs also offering guest houses, guided tours, and boat services can benefit from this trend. Also, we assist SMEs by supporting tourism infrastructure development, offering financing and connecting entrepreneurs with potential investors. Also, big opportunities exist in tourism and real estate projects on the shore, such as sea breeze, providing numerous advantages for business activities. Logistics is key to Caspian region's trade connectivity. The port of Baku plays a central role in this with an annual capacity of 15 million tons of cargo and plans for expansion. The port's sustainability efforts, including eco-ports certification, align with green logistic practices. Alert-free economic zone is also a special economic zone which is close to our capital Baku, international sea trade port, and global transport corridors, serves as a regional investment hub and provides fiscal and non-fiscal incentives and well-established infrastructure through an independent legal framework and regulatory authority. SMEs can engage in all these logistics services like shipping, warehousing, green logistics, which involves energy efficient and low emission transport solutions. We support cross-border partnership and facilitate the adoption of innovative technologies to improve efficiency and sustainability. Today's topic, the blue economy, offers a powerful framework for promoting sustainable growth and addressing environmental challenges. Empowering SMEs to seize these opportunities is essential for Azerbaijan and the broader Caspian Sea Bay. Cooperation with GCC countries open for us doors for mutual investments, trade missions, and broader economic cooperation, particularly in logistics and renewable energy. The second Azerbaijan GCC Economic Forum, which was held this September, highlighted the importance of fostering regional partnership. At COBIA, we are committed to supporting SMEs through financing, training, and international B2B exchange and international cooperation. SMEs are all vital for sustainable development, and one of the COBIA priorities is support their green transition. As Baku prepares, to host COP29 this November, just a couple weeks later, we have launched the Baku Climate Coalition for SMEs Green Transition, which encourages investment in green business projects. Using this opportunity, I would like to invite you to be a part of our initiative. These efforts align with global framework like UN Global Compact and Sustainable Development Goals, including CDG 8, decent work and economic growth, also CDG 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure, and CDG 13, it's climate action. Dear friends, through these initiatives like the Baku Climate Coalition and our MOU with Saudi Aquapower, we aim to create advanced blue economy that will benefit both businesses, business communities, and of course small SMEs, small communities. Together we can build a sustainable future that aligns with global efforts to protect the environment and foster economic prosperity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Orkhan. As a quick question regarding how do you see the investments on the SMEs when it comes to the blue economy? Was that sustainable, or you have to build the overall framework in order for you to get a sustainable investments on the blue economy for the SMEs?
Of course, we should help SMEs through big companies like this we are doing in Azerbaijan because you know that our economy is oil-based economy, but last 15 years we are quite good in diversification of economy. And our priority now is agriculture sector, information technology, and tourism. And we are quite in this. And through these sectors, which big companies, of course, are a key role in those sectors. And we create clusters for SMEs. We create special economic zones. We create small industry parks just only for SMEs. And of course, through various financial support mechanisms through our agency, through another agencies who give quite good loans and grants. We have special grants for educational research and innovation businesses. So we can help SMEs to be sustainable. Because
so you have built the total framework to support them with the initiatives and the support incentives for all of them.
Yes, it's a main priority for us, and as I told, through our support mechanisms, which we create for them, they can be sustainable, firstly, of course, with the help of government support.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker, Captain Azadin Qasim, expert and international arbitrator in maritime affairs, president of the Tunisia National Maritime Cluster Organization. Floor is yours. You are away. You are keeping away from the lunch, so please stick with the 10 minutes.
So thank you for the invitation to participate in this fifth DOCOM forum about a blue economy. Thank you for the organization. And first of all, I will start my presentation to make a point about the subject and the objectives to create a maritime cluster in the country, in the coast country. The maritime cluster is a tool for promoting and promoting maritime activities. These clusters in the country will aim to grouping network of organizations representing marine and maritime activities, the valorization of the maritime assets of the country, action around shared objectives, promoting the maritime market for growth and jobs and blue skills, dialogue and communication with public authorities, the creation of synergy between trades related to the sea, the promoting of training and scientific research, contribution to the dissemination of marine culture and public awareness. So I start my presentation, the role of the Tunisian Maritime Cluster and his role for the promotion and investment in the blue economy sector. The Tunisian Maritime Cluster is a key player in promoting the maritime economy and innovation. The Tunisian Maritime Cluster is actively engaged in promoting sustainable growth, emerging and transversal sectors for the blue economy. In the maritime sector, its action aims to strengthen collaboration between stakeholders and to reveal current and future challenges such as the energy transition, employment, training, biodiversity, professional equality. Second, creation of a blue bank that encourage and rewards innovative projects in favor of the preservation of ocean and seas, promoting innovation research and training for sustainable exploitation of resources at sea, strengthening synergy between players in the sector is another priority. In order to maximize development opportunities and innovation capacity, the cluster work in close collaboration with public authorities. An adage that must be reflected in the action of the country's maritime cluster, because it is the only method that can advance structuring projects through the country. The cluster will thus be able to define the frameworks that will allow companies defined as a blue to interact or not, but above all to offer a decision-making tool in order to better interact with public institutions in the application of appropriate regulations that must best practice in the development of the blue sectors. This is the objective of maritime clusters. We can see there in the West Med assistance and the maritime clusters as a broker for local small and medium enterprises in different sectors of fishery and aquaculture, research centers, main renewable energies, transport and logistics, small and medium enterprises, large companies, and tourism and leisure and sustainable tourism especially. And the West Med, in the West Mediterranean Sea, we have a combination between the north, the 5 north countries of the Mediterranean Sea in the west, and the 5 in the south. That's Portugal, Spain, France, Italy, and Malta in the north. And in the south, we have Mauritania, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya, and we add Egypt with us to make a good cooperation between the north and the south of the Mediterranean Sea. Second is the investment in the blue economy, sustainable blue economy concept. Knowing that the sea is the future of the earth, that's the subject for a sustainable blue economy actually in the world, we chose very early on the implement of a strategy focused on the blue economy. We know that the sea often remains neglected in the climate debate. However, it is a crucial element. More and more voices are being raised in favor of better management of ocean biodiversity. Awareness of the three threats winning on this ocean has brought significant market transformation. Today, there is a call for innovative startups that develop with an economic logic. For example, the ocean and essential carbon sink invest in the blue carbon we discussed this morning. Example, Posidonia grass, which produces between 20 to 30 liters of oxygen per square meter. The ocean capture 30% of the CO2, of the dioxide of carbon. Various pressure factors currently weigh on marine ecosystems. The first is direct exploitation, that is the stay industrial fishing. Then come pollution, climate change, changes in uses, and invasive species. Maritime transports represents 80% of international trade. This is a very important sector that needs to be derailed. We position ourselves on specialized company, but also on the entire value chain, from engines to biofuels, including green hydrogen. Main blue sector to invest. The main blue sector to invest: first, blue food, commercial and professional fisheries, the fish farming, treatment system, safety, conservation, distribution, marine biotechnology, pharmaceutical wellness. Second, blue energy, removable energy from sea, production and related technologies, tidal energy, wind, photovoltaic, osmotic, thermal, and from sea currents energy of waves, swells. Offshore seawaters, decarbonization, blue carbon, for example, electrification of commercial port case. Third, the blue protection, ocean monitoring and protection infrastructures, reuse and end-of-life projects of vessels, plastics and microplastics waste disposal technology and system, oil pollution prevention and containment equipment. Fourth, blue mobility and logistics, green shipping, infrastructure and innovative port technologies, smart mooring service, safety and protection system, shipbuilding and laser marine and sustainability. 5, blue tourism, innovative technologies for nautical and coastal tourism, sea heritage, protection and conservation of marine and coastal resources, and especially for Tunisia, like in Oman, we can add the pescatourism. The pescatourism, that means the tourism in the traditional fish boats. And this is very important to develop the pescatourism in Sultanate Oman, like in Tunisia. Blue education and training in sea economy and engineering. Education and training, universities and research center, higher education school, careers and jobs, create a blue academy. Objectives. We have the objectives: a safer and more secure maritime space, a smart and resilient blue economy, a better governance of the sea, and priorities: maritime safety and security, environment, biodiversity, and climate change, marine clusters and networks, skills development and circulation, sustainable tourism, transport, and fight against pollution, fishery, and aquaculture. That's why for the maritime cluster, this is dedicated by the United Nations. For each country who have a coast can establish a maritime cluster to develop the blue economy in the country. Emerging technologies driving the blue economy. The blue economy encompasses a wide range of economic activities linked to ocean, seas, ports, and coastal areas. This is an emerging concept that encourages better management of our ocean and the blue resources, such as, first, marine biotechnology and genetic resources, development of new drugs from marine organisms, advanced in sustainable aquafeed, production of biofuels from algae. Marine renewable energy, wave energy, converters capturing ocean wave energy, tidal current generators using underwater currents, floating solar panel or reservoir and coastal areas. Advanced aquaculture technology, recirculating aquaculture systems for water conservation, automated power system using IoT technology. IoT, that means Internet of Things, genetic selection of disease resistance and fast-growing fish species, and autonomous and remote control vehicle. AUV for speed exploration and environmental monitoring, exploration of the seabed by the robotic system. A ROV for maintenance and repair of offshore structures underwater. Autonomous surface vessel for maritime surveillance and cargo transport. Big data and AI for ocean management, all based predictive models for fish stock management, machine learning to identify illegal fishing activities, data analysis to optimize maritime routes and reduce fuel consumption. Conclusion, the blue economy is on the cusp of a technological revolution providing unprecedented opportunities for sustainable ocean industries, from renewable energy to advanced aquaculture, autonomous vehicle, and big data analytics. These innovations are paving the way for a more sustainable and prosperous relationship with our ocean. As we continue to explore and exploit these technologies, it is essential to ensure that they are deployed responsibly with a focus on preserving marine ecosystems for future generations. Finally, dear participants, it is a big honor for the Maritime Cluster of Tunisia to participate in this conference organized by the 5th DOCOM Forum. Main theme is the establishment of a strategic blue partnership between the Mediterranean and the Gulf states. Indeed, maritime clusters can play a major role in this perspective.
Thank you very much, Captain. Yeah, go ahead.
The Maritime Cluster of Tunisia, and within the framework of strengthening regional cooperation, is the initiator of 5 major projects. Creation of North Africa Maritime Cluster, bringing together the 5 Arab maritime countries. We continue to establish the other maritime clusters like Mauritania, Morocco, Algeria, and Libya. Creation of a ministerial commission and an administration specializing in the blue economy. Creation of Arab Maritime Cluster within the Arab League, and the creation of with the Arab League, and we hope to constitute as soon as possible the Maritime Cluster of Sultanate Oman to be a locomotive for the constitution of the 7 Gulf states, and the creation of an Arab Maritime Cluster within the Arab League in the final terms. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Captain Azzeddin Qasim. We would like to open the discussion, but because of the time, we would leave the questions throughout the lunch. On behalf of the organizers, I would like to thank you all for the participation, for the insights which you have presented. We have learned a lot from the international experience on the blue economy. Looking forward to have a better and future collaboration when it comes to the investments and building the framework of a sustainable framework for the blue economy. Thank you very much for being with us.
شكرا جزيلا مهندس سعيد المنذري والمتحدثين. طبعا يسرنا دعوة المكرم دكتور سالم بسليم القنيبي لتكريم، سنطلب منكم ربع ساعة لتكريم فريق العمل الذي قام على هذا المؤتمر. المهندس سعيد معي. دكتور ربان عز الدين يقدم هدية تذكارية للمكرم الدكتور. تفضل ربان. مستر لويس أو مس لويس. Excuse me. موريس بونواش. مستر موريس. مستر موريس please. Mr. Organ Mamadou, please. مهندس سعيد المنذري. مهندس سعيد المنذري. يسرنا تكريم فريق العمل الذي قام على هذا الملتقى تقريبا أكثر من 6 أشهر، عمل متواصل بجهود متواصلة من غرفة التجارة وصناعة عمان ووزارة الخارجية والهيئة العامة للمناطق الاقتصادية الخاصة والحرة. يسرنا تكريم السفير الدكتور أفكار بن ناظم الفارسي، وزارة الخارجية. نيابة عنه من؟ دكتور أحلام. تفضل يا دكتورة. وهناك تكريم أيضا للدكتورة الوزير المفوض الدكتورة أحلام بنت حافظ الحارثية، وزارة الخارجية. الفاضل إبراهيم السيابي، وزارة الخارجية. والفاضلة تيمورة المحروقية من وزارة الخارجية. مشرفين. فاضلة تيمور، تفضلي. تكريم لغرفة تجارة وصناعة عمان، الفاضل المدير الغرفة عبد الرحيم بن زايد بن صالح الجنيبي. شكرا. ويقال تكريم لي أنا أيضا، ناصر بن سالم الشعيلي. أحمد بن ناصر الجنيبي. أحمد أسرع بعد إذنك. نعم أحمد أسرع، سنعمل الوقت. فريق العمل يتقرب إلى الصفوف الأمامية على أساس ما نأخر بالضيوف تكرما. الإخراج الفني والإبداع يونس سلمان. كتابة المحتويات والمخرجات فاطمة الأخزمية. الإدارة الإعلامية يوسف المغيري. الدعم اللوجستي حمد ثابت. حمد موجود؟ سامر محسن حزام. لا لكن جيبوا شهادة. أيضا قسم التسجيل مزنة العامرية. مزنة موجودة. هيئة الدقم الاقتصادية الفاضل علي بن سعيد البلوشي. إذا ما موجود حد يستلم عنه من الهيئة تكرما. سعيد محمد الجنيبي. السيد محمد. السيد محمد الجنيبي. التنسيق والمتابعة أريج العزابي. وين أريج؟ كان لها دور كبير حقيقة. أريج وين؟ أريج وين أريج؟ ما موجودة؟ مبارك. أعطي الشهادات. سامر. نحب أن نكرم الجميع فبنكون سريعين. الفاضل بدر سليم الجنيبي موجود؟ محمد سعود الجنيبي موجود؟ سعود سعيد الجنيبي. أحمد بن غدير الحكماني. موسى خميس الجنيبي. يوسف هذا يوسف، حط يوسف هناك. سليم حميد. ليش ما برزت هنا؟ لا هذا شو هذا يذهب. محمد بن بارك اليوسفي. شباب متطوعين من الكلية البحرية تفضلوا. كنا اقتصاد بحري نشرك طلاب الكلية البحرية. أسرع شباب. أعطي شهادة. خالد الحبسي. عبد الرحمن الراشدي. إلهام. فاطمة البلوشي. فاطمة محمد. تغريد المسكري. تغريد. لا تغريد المسكري موجودة ولا؟ رجعها. أيوه. معك ربيع الحارثي. هذه تغريد عطينا. ربيع الحارثي. آمن السلطي. آمنة. محسن الهنائي. محسن بن زاهر الهنائي. لحظة. محسن بن زاهر الهنائي موجود. بشار الجنيبي. مبارك البوسعيدي. مبارك. أعطي الدكتور. أعطي مبارك. مها العبرية. انتبه. سندس البكرية. أسرع يا شباب. سوسن بنت صالح. عمر عبد العزيز الوهيبي. أروى بنت سيف الدويكية.
لا مو أروى، هذا الولد.
هذا يا عمر. ما طيب. أروى. غيثاء بنت سيف الهادية. سناء الفهدي. سناء وين؟ سناء الفهدي. ناصر السيابي. محمد الحسني. المهلب الخوالدي. المهلب هذا. فاطمة اليعربي. أنس النويصر. علي اليزيدي. علي هنا موجود. زايد عامر الجنيبي موجود. محمد سيف الشعيلي. محمد أسرع. محمد صالح المعمري. بثينة حمدان العجمية. لحظة أول محمد. محمد بثينة
كان
هذا هي. آية الحمداني. بثينة العجمي. آية الحمداني. آية. خلود البلوشية. لحظة انتبه. خلود. علا العبري. ما في هنا. مازن سالم القنيبي موجود. خالد العمري. من هنا. بجي جيجي وينها؟ هذه من لا اللي عندك اللي عندك علا هنا عندك
اعطيتك اياه شوفك.
لا بس اعطيه صور.
اعطيه صور ولا اعطيه؟
جيجي هذه. محمد علي سويدان موجود. محمد عيد سعود القنيبي. محمد عيد. المختار المجعلي. المختار المجعلي.
اقول لك تعالي.
لحظة بقى. عبد الله عيسى عبد الله القنيبي. فيصل سالم خلفان القنيبي. فيصل. عبد الله سليم الحرسوسي. عبد الله. الجلندة الهناي. الجلندة. من يصورك الجلندة؟ هذا الجلندة المصور. في تكريم لأعضاء مجلس إدارة الغرفة الحاضرين في هذه القاعة. هذه قائمة بسيطة. آخر ثلاثة: حمد بن جمعة الشيباني، الفاضل حمد بن جمعة الشيباني، والفاضل عبد الله غدير صالح الجنيبي، عبد الله غدير صالح الجنيبي، وسعود خليفة الحكماني.
هذه موجود. تعال
زايد عامر الحين وصلت، تفضل. زايد دائما في المهمات سريعة. لا بس زايد عامر جاء متأخر لكن وصل. طبعا نشكر من هذا المنبر الجميع من شارك ومن حضر ومن تحدث في هذا المؤتمر وفي هذا الملتقى. إن شاء الله لقاءنا سيكون قريب بإذن الله في ملتقى يناقش محاور جميلة وبمتحدثين أيضا كما تعودنا دائما أجمل. في هدية تذكارية من معالي الوزير رئيس منطقة العقبة الأردني للمكرم الدكتور سالم بن سليم الجنيبي.
هذا العمل انحط صار.
في درع تذكاري مقدم من الشركة المنظمة للحدث للمكرم الدكتور سالم الجنيبي، وهي الباج الخاص بالملتقى. خلف كل هذه الجهود دكتور النجاح والتميز خلفه الدكتور سالم، شكرا جزيلا. طبعا دعوة للجميع إلى الغداء بإذن الله تعالى، وشرفتمونا ونورتمونا في هذا الملتقى، حفظكم الله. كلمة أخيرة.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، مساكم الله بالخير. طبعا أشكركم جزيل الشكر على المشاركة والحضور، خصوصا ضيوفنا اللي جونا من خارج السلطنة من دول الخليج وكذلك الدول العربية والدول الأجنبية، ونعتذر عن أي تقصير بدر منا، ولكن الهدف كان أن كل واحد يعني إن شاء الله يحصل مكانه ويحصل ويكون راضي عنه. فإذا أي تقصير بدنا نرجو الجميع يسامحنا سواء من السلطنة ومن خارج السلطنة.